What's poppin', T subs and T squad? So check this out. If you guys have not followed the social medias that you guys see before you guys, the channel, Instagram, Twitter, more importantly, as well as the TikTok, Snapchat, make sure to do so. Any tea that you guys want to see me and you do not have a social media account, email it to me at tlsmittheatalk@gmail.com. And for those of you guys that would like to donate to the channel, sprinkle a little here, sprinkle a little there. The Cash App, as well as the PayPal, as well as the join button and merch is available. Girl, I'm not coming on camera because I just don't want to. I'm tired and I don't want to get burnt out. And so, it just is what it is, girl. And then, two, this part of the reunion, like most part threes, it really didn't do much for me. Now, while it was some things that was, brought up and that was said and that was talked about, that was like, oh, okay, cool. It was a lot of stuff, particularly behind the scenes things that I was a preview to, wasn't seen, wasn't shown on the show. So it's just like, why let it be brought up here or on the reunion? So, a lot of stuff was really escaping me. And remember, I have not seen next season of this thing since season 1. So from 2 to 8, I don't know nothing. You understand? So I'm still trying to get caught up or whatever. But I don't have much notes, y'all, because it was just a lot going on. And they was talking about a lot of different stuff all at one time. And y'all, I just didn't have the bandwidth to even deal with all of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how the month of November is for me, so it's always a rough month. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just my mind is all over the place, y'all, and I just didn't feel like trying to decipher what they meant by this, what they meant by that. So I just wrote down what I had, typed down what I had, and y'all will be all right. Just bear with me. Married to Medicine, season 9, episode 18, reunion part 3. So Dr. Karen stands on Movers Gate as just being a joke. Dr. Karen's whole stance is, yes, I feel what he's saying. He's sensitive about it. That's fine. He has that right too. And just like he has that right to not like the joke and be sensitive about it, I have the right to stand in what I said, that it was just a joke. And I apologize if you took it any further than it being just a joke. But he didn't apologize for the joke. He didn't apologize for, standing in it. And it just is what it is, Eugene. Especially considering the fact that Curtis pulled your damn whole card when he set up and talked about how you sat around and made jokes and poked fun about his infidelity to Dr. Jackie. And yes, although you did not go so far as to bring in props to make it a mockery, you still mocked the fact and joked and laughed about the fact that he went through infidelity issues with his wife. So yeah, sit your ass down somewhere, Eugene, and get off of your high horse. I don't even understand why the fuck you were so upset about it in the first damn place, because much like I said, and much like everybody else said, you did move. You moved about 4, 5, 6, 7 times throughout your career of being on Married to Medicine. Toya's ass, and y'all moving. That's what it's that's just what it's been, Eugene. So it's like, yeah, you're mad, but nigga, get over it. Okay, get over it. If it was just a move and people move every day, then what the fuck is you mad at? Take it as a joke, take it under the chin, and keep a pushing. Damn it. Now I see why I called you Eugina. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to get her bum ass together about that. But see, it's shit like this to why it's just like, yeah, I see why she coined that name for you. Because how the fuck dare you want to sit over here and sit on your high horse when it comes to Dr. Karen when you did the same shit to somebody else? And it don't matter whether you did more than Dr. Karen or less than Dr. Karen. The point is, you also kicked somebody at a point while they was down. So sit down somewhere. Moving on. Uh Toya being lonely comes up, and he talked about how he was working, two different emergency rooms during COVID and stuff like this, and so on and so forth. But let me tell you something, Eugene. Eugene, listen, you just don't have enough equipment to ever please Toya. All right. Like I say, I feel like Toya learned how to love you as time went by. But I personally felt like Toya looked at you and she saw dollar signs. She saw a nice house. She saw nice cars. She saw nice clothes and jewelries and white pearls. She saw debutante balls and galas. She saw, you know what I'm saying, little hospital balls and galas and stuff like that. She saw herself being around other doctor wives and all of the rest of this stuff. Like, that's really what I think about Toya. And Toya did not really think about all of the things that she was really going to be lacking because she was settling versus being with somebody that God actually had designed for her. So, in my opinion, as much as I don't see it for Quad, I'm not going to act like what Quad said was just out of nowhere and Quad was out of line for it. Because be clear, Quad lived the same lifestyle. Quad did the exact same shit that Toya ass did. But the difference is, Dr. Eugene ain't get tired of Toya ass and left her ass high and dry, much like Dr. G did Quad ass. That's why Quad feels some type of way about Toya, because see, Toya was still able to keep her nigga, even though her nigga showed signs that he could really take her and leave her. But he gave this whole speech about how he could take his clothes off and feel comfortable himself. Yeah, most fat niggas do in the damn dark. Now, cut on the light and take your goddamn cut on the lights. Let's get cozy and let's see if you still feel the same way. Doc Eugene. Moving on. Curtis getting a dick shot. Curtis, listen, Curtis, Curtis, ain't you about what, 6'7", 6'8", 7'2", 7'9"? You close back there. I don't really think you really necessarily need to get lit. What Dr. Jackie trying to tell you about your manhood? Now that's the question. I'm starting to feel like all y'all hoes got a problem with y'all manhood. To let me tell it. Well, Audrey ain't never said nothing about Martin. I don't really feel like Dr. Martin got no problems in that department. For some reason, I kind of feel like Dr. Scott don't either. Um, I do. I got a feeling Dr. Scott ain't got no problems with that either. That's why he said, "Bitch, I don't need that. Fuck you." But listen, I don't find nothing wrong with men wanting to get things done. If women can do it and it's socially acceptable, I don't see what the issue is with a man probably feeling like, listen, Eugene, you might want to go have a couple sessions with Dr. Scott so you could control Toya's ass. You could tie her ass up and fuck her good like a Thanksgiving Day turkey, or tie her ass up like a goddamn pig with an apple in her mouth and fuck her till she can't talk no damn more. Fuck her till she get hoarse and catch laryngitis and you ain't got to deal with that mouth fuzz. Anywho, Dr. Scott drops a song called Lost. Listen, Dr. Scott, I don't know nothing about you, so it really ain't no shade. But you went to medical school for a reason. You understand me? See, I feel like if you had talent like that, you just would have went and you would have went to Quincy Jones or Clyde Davis or Richie Dollars or Sean Diddy Combs or something like that if you really wanted to be around. Well, shit. Back in your days, it would have been folk like MC Light or Lady of Rage or NWA or Two Laugh Crew, Sykes Hill, like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, I ain't heard that they lick of the song because I fast forward that shit. But you know what, Dr. Scott, for you, it's cute. I'll let you have it. Toya dissing Dr. Eugene's dick. I just talked about that. Listen, when you're used to embarrassing your man, that's just what that's at. But see, here again, Toya learned how to tolerate and learn how to love Eugene. See, if she really loved Eugene and really loved Eugene for everything that he has, including his teeny tiny itty bitty shriveled up skinny mini shrimp ass meat. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't want to do that to you on national TV and continue to do it to you on national TV. Much like Quad says, what do you say to a person when they apologize for something over again and they keep doing it? I think the same can apply for Toya when it comes to how she treat and talk about her husband. Moving on. Quad calling Dr. Eugenia. Again, for me, Quad, you overstep boundaries for a bitch that ain't got no man. You understand me? For a bitch that ain't got no man, the man left you, dropped you like a bad habit, or dropped you like the first bar of soap down to the men's prison shower. Left you, got with another woman. I heard she finna have a baby. I heard the lady pregnant and all the rest of this stuff. I heard he got her living real good, drive around in Maseratis and Rolls Royces, and you know what I'm saying? Highlanders and Hellcats and demons and dragons or whatever the fuck it is y'all rich people run around there driving. They say he got that woman living in a 9-bedroom compound with 16 bathrooms. 4 kitchens, 3 dens, 2 living rooms, bitch. They say she got an Olympic style pool, bitch. They say she got a tennis court, a food gallery, a nice little garden space, child. Then they said they got like a 2 to 3 story ass guest house, bitch, way bigger than Candy and what Ty and Candy got, bitch. That's what I heard. Again, I don't know how true it is because I don't live there. And again, I don't make the news. I just report it. So y'all let me know if I got that wrong. But that's what the people say. And I really feel like that's why Quad is upset. But at the end of the day, Quad, you was wrong. You was wrong. Listen, y'all women are going to get enough of addressing another woman's husband. You understand me? Y'all keep that shit between the women. One thing that I will say from what I've seen thus far about the men on Married to Medicine, they typically do stay out of the women's drama. Even when Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly got the fuss and the arguing, you could see that Dr. Scott and Dr. Daddy really didn't want to get involved in it, but they had to. You know what I'm saying? And it just sucks that, you know, their friendships has to suffer because y'all hoes can't get y'all lives together. But whatever. Quad, leave Toya alone. It's already established you don't fucking like her for what, and you got this huge vendetta against her, which I don't even know why you got it with her. Toya, she don't see if y'all just leave each other alone. Leave each other's families alone. Stop talking about rumors. Stop bringing up rumors and all the rest of that shit amongst the group. Like, y'all just quit all of that. Moving on. Dr. Daddy apologizes to Dr. Contessa, but for what? I do not know. Dr. Heavenly apologizes to Dr. Scott. For what? I do not know. As far as it comes between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Daddy and Dr. Contessa, I ain't got no problems with you, sis. But I'm still confused as to what he said that was so fucked up that he owed you an apology. I'm still trying to figure that out. And no, I'm not going back to watch the episode to find out because I know in my review I said the same shit. I don't know what Dr. Daddy could have possibly said to her because he's so damn monotone. He talks so damn low. You know, he reminds me of my old band director at high school, Mr. Stanley. Shout out to Mr. Stanley. All right, he reminds me of him. Like, he talks so damn low. But he knows how to command the room at the same time. You know, that's that real man shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's what it was that Dr. Contessa was referring to. I don't know. Y'all enlighten me. What was Dr. Daddy exactly apologized to Contessa for? Dr. Heavily apologized to Dr. Scott. And again, I don't know why the fuck for. Heavily, you meant what you said. You did, Heavily. Heavily, you meant every single solitary last goddamn word of what you said about that man. And it's just some things that I feel like an apology just cannot take back. I'm going to be honest. If you're walking around here having a campaign calling me aggressive and abusive and this and that, like all of these trigger words and buzzwords that could really have this man lose his license, lose his status, lose everything that he worked hard for simply because you pissed at his wife. It's just or whatever his wife done told you. Because I'm sorry, Katessa. I believe Dr. Heavily when she said you dogged that man out. I do. I do. So, and because of which, Dr. Katessa, I really feel like you're the one that owes Dr. Scott the apology. Because you was the one that was carrying all of y'all personal business to Dr. Heavily. I'm just saying. Moving on. Because they ain't getting nowhere else. But I mean, hey, whatever. When do they? So then the ladies talk about Vegas after dark, and then Toya starts going on and on about how she liked to stick every last shower head up her cooch. Then they started talking about how Anita likes cowboy butt sex. She like her dookie shoot duked good from the back, with no grease on it, to let me tell it. What else? Quad like her clitorius tugged on by the rose, because she ain't got the skills to pay the bills or the fortitude to get a man to do that. She can't get a man to do that easy work for her, but whatever. Curtis and Dr. Jackie ain't fucking, girl. I don't care what they say. They not fucking. And the gag is, I really feel like Dr. Simone and Cecil ain't fucking. That's I'm gonna be honest. That's really what I think. Did I miss anything? Because like I said, for me, it was all over the place. It was things that was like for instance, between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavily, there was this whole thing that happened off camera, because I ain't know nothing about it, where I assume it was off camera, or maybe maybe it happened last season, I don't know, where they was talking about how allegedly Contessa went and told Quad all type of different things that Dr. Heavily had told her about Quad, and Dr. Heavily tried to say that she got it misconstrued. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. But hey, whatever. Look, do what you do, because what it is. Look, do what you do and do it well. Y'all, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more to give y'all. I really don't. This season, I would give this season, for me, I'm about to pull a color me pink, girl. This season for me, I would give this season a resounding what would I give this season? I would give this season, again, I haven't seen it since season 1. So coming back and coming to this, I will give this season I'm gonna give it a C. Not a C minus, not a C plus. I'm gonna give it a straight up and down C. There were some good episodes. There was some funny reviews that came out of this. But for the most part, the season as a whole, I'm not gonna say it was a letdown, but considering the fact of a person like me that has not been so long and then to come back, it was I mean, it was better than Roa this season. It's better than LAMH this season. I give it that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all get a C. All right, do better next season. You might get a B or A. Anyway, I'm down there, about Sunday night's finale reunion or whatever. And yeah, y'all, we signing out from Married to Medicine until season 10. So I'm gone, girl.